Hello and welcome everyone, myself Vishal, and in today's video we are going to solve another interesting problem from LeetCode May challenge. So this problem is also present on LeetCode and the challenge name is find the town judge. So firstly we will understand that what is the problem statement, then we will move towards our approach that how we can solve this problem, and then we will code to solve this problem. And the code which I am going to tell you will work in Java, Python or any other language. You can implement this thing in any of the languages. So let's understand the problem statement. So guys, now understand the logic. Firstly we will go through the conditions which have been given. First condition is judge trust nobody except himself, means judge only trust himself. Also, apart from judge, everybody trusts judge, and there is exactly one candidate for judge. It means suppose there are 3 person and suppose he is judge. In this case, this guy will trust judge, 2 will trust 3 because 3 is judge, but 3 will trust only 3. 3 cannot trust 2 and 3 cannot trust 1. So this is the basic condition, and based upon this condition we are going to solve this problem. So let's take a sample test case. Suppose sample test case is 1 3 2 3 3 1. So what logic we are going to apply to solve this problem? So we will go through several loops. Firstly we will find the length of this trust matrix. Okay, so trust array, yeah, so we are going to get the length of this trust array. The length of this trust array is 1 2 3. Now we will iterate through trust array. So whenever a person trusts other person than him, okay, in this case the person is not judge. Okay, means so initially we are thinking that all the people are judge, means we create an array and 1 2 3. Suppose initially everyone is judge. Now we will iterate through this array and check if a person trusts someone else, he is not judge. Definitely he is not judge. So 1 trusts 3. So 1 trusts 3. It means 1 is basically not judge. So we will convert it into 0. Now we will iterate 2 trusts 3, but the condition was judge doesn't trust anybody except him. So 2 is also not, and 3 trust 1 means 3 is also not judge. So in this case there are no judge and result will be -1. Now let's take another example. 1 2 3 and the cases are 1 3 and 2 3. Okay, now in this case let's understand what will happen. Initially 1 trust 3. So initially everyone was 1, means everyone was judge, and 1 trust 3 means 1 is basically not judge. 2 trust 3, so 2 is basically not judge, and 3 there is no condition for 3. So we found one potential candidate, he may be judge, but we are not exactly sure that he is judge or not. So how we can ensure that he is judge or not? So for being him a judge, he should be trusted by exactly n minus 1 people, means total, if there are total n people, then for being a judge he should be trusted by all the others. So except him all others should trust him, means n minus 1 people should trust him. So we will again iterate through this loop and check whether the person trusts judge or not. So 1 trusts 3. Okay, so 1 trusts 3, it means the person trusts judge, and initially suppose count equals to 0. So 1 trusts 3, so count plus plus, and in this case count will become 1. Now 2 trusts 3, so again count plus plus and count will become 2. So value of count will become 2. So the total number was n equals to 3 and count equals to 2, means we found one potential candidate for judge. Also he has been trusted by all the others people in the locality. It means he is the judge. So if count equals to n minus 1, so we will return the candidate. Otherwise we will return -1. Okay, means there is no candidate. So this was the whole logic behind this problem. Now let's code. Now hope you understood our approach to solve this problem. Now we will move towards the code and will understand that how we can code. Okay, so firstly go through some sample test cases. Here it was 1, 2. So 1 trusts 2 and n equals to 2. So basically 2 doesn't trust anyone. So as per our solution, output is 2. I have explained this to you and explained this to you in our approach, during our approach. So now let's code. Initially what we will do, we will find the length of the trust array. Okay, after that for storing whether a person is judge or not, we have created an array of size n plus 1 to store the condition of n people, whether he is a judge or not. So basically from index 1 to index n we are going to store the condition whether he is judge or not. Okay, I have used integer array. You can also use boolean array. The difference will be very minor. Okay, it will be suggested that you will use boolean array because boolean array takes lesser time, lesser space. Okay, now initially we are thinking that there is no potential candidate, and then after that we are filling whole array with 1. It means that everyone is a potential candidate, but which one will be the particular potential candidate, we yet don't know about that. So initially we are thinking that everyone is judge. Now whenever a person trusts somebody else, we are changing his state from judge to not judge, and if value is 1 then he is judge, and if value is not 1 he is not judge. So whenever person trust I0, basically see, trust I0 will be this 1 1 2 2 and 4. So trust I0 is basically this. Okay, so for each iteration and the value at 0th index represent the person who is trusting somebody, and at index 1 it is represented that who is being trusted. Okay, so now at trust I0, if a person is trusting someone else, how we can understanding that person is trusting somebody else, because here is one condition given that trust I0 is not equal to trust I1, means if a person trusts in himself, it will be not be given in trust array. Okay, so the conditions for trusting himself is not given in trust array. If a person trusts somebody else, only then the condition is given. So if a person trusts somebody else, we are setting the value as 0. It means he is not judge, and this loop runs from I to n. N is basically length of trust array. Now another loop will run from 1 to n. Basically this is capital N, means number of candidates. So we are checking the index of this judge array, and we are checking which may be the potential candidate. So we will find one potential candidate from here, and whenever we find one potential candidate from here, we will break the loop. Okay, so if judge I equals to 1, means we found the potential candidate. So the that particular index means that particular value represent the candidate, means we got the potential candidate. And now we found the potential candidate, but he may be a judge or may not be a judge, because the second condition was that everybody else should trust the judge. Okay, so now we have found the potential candidate, but we will check whether that potential candidate is trusted by exactly n-1 people or not, means the potential candidate is trusted by all other people around the town or not. Okay, so after executing this loop, we will firstly check whether we found any potential candidate or not. if candidate equals to -1, it means all the values, all the indexes at inside the judge array is 0, means we haven't found any potential candidate. In that case we will simply return -1 because we haven't found any potential candidate. But if we found any potential candidate, we will again iterate through the trust array and check whether a particular person in the trust array trust candidate or not. Okay, and now whenever we find a person who trust the candidate, okay, our potential candidate, we will increase the count, and initial value of count was 0. So at the end, if the value of count equals to n minus 1, means all the other people trust the candidate. In that case we will return the candidate, otherwise we will return the -1. So this was the whole code, and now let's run the code and check whether it works or not. So it will definitely work. See, it worked, and now we will submit the solution and check whether how is our solution performing. So I am going into more details. Okay, so our solution is basically better than 100% of Java submissions, 100% of the solutions. Okay, and our memory consumption is also low, which is 47 MB, and see what people are basically using. So this was our solution. And what will be the time complexity? So time complexity will be big O of, suppose the length of trust array is n, and the value, suppose the value of length of trust array is m, and it is n. So our time complexity will be big O of m plus n. Okay, and if m is greater than n, then in that case big O of m, or if n is greater than m, in that case big O of n. So basically, to be safe, we are saying that the time complexity is big O of m plus n. But in general, if anybody will ask you that what is the time complexity, so time complexity is basically linear. So we can also say that it is big O of n. Okay, so this is the basically our solution, and I will also upload the code in my GitHub repo and put the link in the description. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, then please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye, take care.